All of those last 3 points together make me wonder if we aren't seeing an early version of the seasonal spring rush for buying here in February. Welcome to the Numbers and the Nuance. My name is Christopher McGee. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate, affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the 5th of February. It is unexpectedly warm the last few weeks for winter in Utah. And with that unexpected weather came perhaps some unexpected movements in the market that I can't call a trend yet, but we're gonna talk about it and look at it. Remember, if you want any more detail on what each of these numbers mean on their own and relative to each other and for the market in general, and whether you're a buyer or a seller, you can always watch my weekly real estate numbers explained video, flag at the top right of your screen right now. Okay, so inventory is still dropping. Our average days on market is still traveling up, how long it takes for a home to get under contract and be sold. And average list price as well as average sold price, independent of each other, are both still trending down. All this tells me that as of right now, early February 2024, things are still leaning in favor of the buyers in this market, presuming that people are in a position to be buyers in this market in the first place. However, the increased show of demand that we had last week, the number of homes that were sold, the fact that the size of our pool of homes currently under contract continues to trend up, as well as the difference between average list price and average sold price creeping closer to zero. That chart has been getting away for some time with looking like it's still trending down, but we'll look at it and I'll show you it's been sneaky about it, but it's been creeping up closer to no difference between list and sold price, which will put things less and less in the buyer's favor. All of those last 3 points together make me wonder if we aren't seeing an early version of the seasonal spring rush for buying here in February. Now, I kind of hope not, because it would be nice if buyers got at least one more month of things being slightly in their favor before the typical spring rush. On the other hand, perhaps if we have a relatively early spring rush, it'll level out the spike that we would otherwise get in March and April. But in any case, the number of homes sold last week was just a 1 week spike, and so it doesn't make a trend yet. So we may not be seeing this early increase spike in demand just yet, but we'll watch it and we'll see what happens throughout the rest of February. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. Okay, our inventory still dropping. It's now at 7,222, down from the previous week and trending down. Average days on market, 66, up from the previous week and trending up. The average list price prior week was $617,208. That's down from the previous week, still trending down moderately. Average sold price last week came to $607,847, which means the difference now between average list price and average sold price as of last week came to $9,361, closer to zero than the previous week. So, you know what? This trend line is going down, but it looks to me as if the first 2 data points in this set, that's October 2nd and 9th of last year, maybe throwing that off and giving us the wrong impression, because if you start from the 3rd data point here, which was October 16th at $21,000, and you work your way over to the right, this is trending up. I'm gonna say this list versus sold chart is now trending up. Our number of homes sold last week came to 531. That's that spike I was talking about. That's definitely up from the previous week, about as high as we've seen it from the beginning of the 4th quarter. Trending down overall, but this week pulls it up significantly, and we'll see if this kind of demand continues through February. Number of homes currently under contract comes to 4,415, up from the previous week, trending down as this chart is organized from the beginning of Q4 last year, but has picked up for the last 5 weeks now. The number of price reductions we had last week came to 541, up from the prior week, and is trending down, but really looking pretty level for the last 5 weeks since the new year there. And finally, the number of listing contracts that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn from the MLS last week came to 438, our typical first of the month spike. Up from last week, we're still trending pretty level, really, averaging around 400 of these a week. That's it for this week. If you've got any questions about any of that, as always, feel free to hit me in the comments and let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's also have a conversation if you are thinking, or if you know anybody thinking, to move into Utah or who already lives in Utah and just needs to move. I'd love to be on your team, advise you on what the market is doing right now and what looks like the best moves for you. And as always, if you want to stay educated on Utah's real estate market, it's right now market. If you want to know what's happening right now at any given point in time, hit that subscribe. You can't go wrong knowing exactly what's happening on the MLS. All these numbers are straight off the MLS every week. You could stay as educated as me, on top of the market as I am in Utah's real estate. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.